A recently released criminal back behind bars, issues with fraudulent gift cards, and a report from the Economic Development Commission, all on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Tuesday, October 23rd, 2012. I'm Sarah Colvin. The Barnstable police are dealing with issues stemming from the release of several prisoners. The jailed suspects are out due to an investigation into evidence tampering at the state's drug lab. Barnstable Deputy Chief of Police Craig Tamish says one of them, 32-year-old Teague Green, is already back behind bars.
He lasted about a week, and he was arrested and has been held on bail, both on the new drug charges and back in the Superior Court on his pending drug charges that he had there.
Prior to his release, Green had served 8 months of a 2.5-year sentence. Green was arrested when police found him in possession of a Class B substance at an area hotel. He was in court Monday. He's currently being held on $10,000 bail. Deputy Chief Tamish says about 15 prisoners have been sent home to Cape Cod. Tamish says this certainly is a major concern for the department.
An absolutely huge concern. I mean, these are some of the major drug dealers that were on Cape Cod. You know, you have a laundry list of people that names will probably be very familiar to many of in the public. I mean, we've seen them in the paper, and we fully expect many of these people to be rearrested. I mean, this is a culture to them. This is their lifestyle that they've entered, and you know, the old saying, in many cases, the leopard doesn't change its spots.
In other crime-related news, Tamish says the department recently uncovered the fraudulent use of gift cards. A report came in last Friday from the Cape Cod Mall.
Cape Cod Mall, where there were two subjects from, they turned out to be from New York. Two subjects that were going around using Visa gift cards to purchase items, high-ticket items. They tend to specialize in high-end clothing and were looking for Apple products. And they walked into Best Buy, the mobile store, not the main store, but they had also been in the main store, and just walked up to the clerk and asked him if he had any Apple products. He says, "Well, what are you looking for?" He says, "Well, any Apple products." And he said, "Well, no, we don't. We have them in the main store," and they left. But he thought that was very strange, and he called them over to the main store and talked to the security people over there. And in fact, they had been in there and purchased some iPads and iPhones and Mac Pro computers and that sort of thing. And what they were doing is they were taking Visa gift cards, and they had the technology to remove the numbers and the amounts from the cards and reprogram the cards with people's actual credit card numbers and information that had been stolen. So as you swiped the card, it appeared to be a gift card, but in fact it was charging it to someone's credit card account. And you know, due to the alertness of the clerk and the fact that he took some proactive action, they were caught. And they have been doing this around the Cape for the last several days, again, looking for very high-ticket items.
The investigation is ongoing in that case. Meanwhile, the Barnstable Economic Development Commission gathered this morning at Town Hall. Growth Management Director Joanne Miller-Buntich provided an update, including information about the future of parking in downtown Hyannis.
Issues, I think we've mentioned this before. We have technical assistance through Mass Development, who will provide professionals from the Urban Land Institute that will do a peer group, and I think we talked about this. They'll make their presentation at a public meeting. We give them a briefing book, and they go off and do it on their own. It's not a big public process. So if you folks have any, and we've asked you this before, any documents or things like that that you think should be included and given to these folks as they prepare for that, they're going on. Mixed-use development, waterfront dining accommodations on or near the harbor. I mean, it's just the focus of what we talk about all the time. You know, we talk to people who are there already. We talk to people who might be interested in coming, and just sort of facilitate their discussions as they're doing their business planning. We've worked with one particular developer on the Harbor Hotel for probably, say, at least 3 years, if not 4 years now, and that application is going to be submitted soon. It's going to be a year-round hotel. And as you know, we are working with the manager's office, following through on a policy direction several years old for the reuse, the adaptive reuse of the armory. And parks, we are in growth management working. We implemented the linear park of the Kennedy Legacy Trail, and we're working with the Gateway Cities Parks program to get funding for a couple of parks that are in the works, and we're also looking to see what other small properties could be acquired to use for parks in the downtown area. The conversation with Cape Cod Hospital and the Steamship Authority is also something that's ongoing, and I expect that it will take an uptick once we have the results of this parking analysis by the Urban Land Institute. Also, we're participating with the Regional Transit Authority at the, for their transit-oriented development. I think we've briefed you on that as well. And there's parking structures that will be part of that on the Hyannis Transportation Center property, which will include, and those stakeholders are all involved in that process.
Members of the commission asked Buntich how best they can assist the town.
We really need, I mean, there's only so many of us, and you folks are out there. Jeff, you're working in the business community every day, as is Janine, and I would point to the relationship we have with Janine as exemplary of that. I mean, when you talk to people in your business life, in your social life, in your, you know, however that works, whatever slices of life you participate in, and you hear of a need or you hear of an opportunity, let us know. I mean, we have that relationship with Janine. Janine will call up and say, do you know about this? Or we'll call somebody and say, you know, Janine, can you help this person? And so these are the things that we need for you to be. And when you hear, you know, we need you to help us communicate. We need you to help us understand more fully than we do understand what the entire picture is, what people are saying about Barnstable, people are saying in Barnstable, in things that we can address. So we would look for that, always look for that assistance. So if you have I hear something, and you know, particularly we're interested in ways we can help people. We're also interested in misperceptions people might have. You know, we'd like to be able to have the opportunity to address that. Just the general communication on all types of things.
You can view the entire Economic Development Commission meeting online at town.barnstable.ma.us. A big transportation conversation is coming to Hyannis. The Massachusetts Department of Transportation has been traveling around the state talking to residents about public transit, roadways, and more. This Thursday, they'll be in Hyannis. Cape Cod Regional Transit Authority Administrator Tom Kerr has details.
The Mass Department of Transportation, MassDOT, which it's now known by, is today conducting a number of public hearings across the Commonwealth, starting in Pittsfield and out west and coming across the state, and actually soliciting input from anybody that's interested in providing any testimony about how transportation can improve in Massachusetts. So the hearing that's scheduled for Eastern Mass and Cape Cod will be at our facility here at the Hyannis Transportation Center, and people will be able to come in and voice their concerns. That's essentially what it is. Multimodal too. It's not just about, you know, what intersections have more congestion than others, or which intersection needs a traffic signal. You know, it's talk about, you know, bus, air, you know, ferry, anything that conceivably could improve transportation in Massachusetts. So I think it's kind of a neat thing and an opportunity for everyone to come in and voice their
That meeting takes place this Thursday at the Hyannis Transportation Center from 6 to 8 p.m. The public is welcome to attend. With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin.